Should the state's law banning abortions from 6 weeks on be allowed to take effect?
That's the question that will be answered through the outcome of a case now making its way through the state's highest court.
10 TV's Lindsay Mills is live outside the Ohio Supreme Court with what happened just hours ago and what happens next. Lindsay.
Andrew and Yolanda, there are two areas of focus with this case that's making its way now through the Ohio Supreme Court. The first focuses on the injunction that's blocking the heartbeat law from taking effect and whether it should remain. And secondly, whether a medical professional could bring a legal case on behalf of a patient.
This is a critical moment for Ohioans' access to reproductive health care.
The case before the Ohio Supreme Court, preterm Cleveland versus Attorney General Dave Yost, aims to answer two questions. Can the state immediately appeal a preliminary injunction that stops the implementation of state law? And do doctors and clinics have the standing to challenge the Human Rights and Heartbeat Protection Act? The state argues the first district's ruling that suspended operation of the state's heartbeat law sets a bad precedent for the rest of the state and argues the length of the process has harmed the people of Ohio.
I'm not sure why the state is so prejudiced, because if the state is ultimately interested in being fair to the people, wouldn't it want the court to take its time to ensure that a law that it could be and seemed to be likely to be unconstitutional wouldn't be imposed upon the people unnecessarily?
So obviously we believed it's not unconstitutional, and our interest is in vindicating that. We have an interest in vindicating the law. And so all we're seeking here is to get into court. This isn't about whether we win. It's about whether we have a right to show up.
Jesse Hill, representing preterm Cleveland, argued the court should adhere to the longstanding rules regarding appealability, and a medical provider should be able to bring legal challenges on behalf of their patients.
The providers have a concrete, ongoing stake, personal stake in the litigation, and they are actually the better plaintiffs.
If the court rules in favor of the state, the heartbeat law will be allowed to take effect. Now, the justices will review the evidence from those hearings today and are expected to make a decision. A timeline on that decision was not clear. Outside the Ohio Supreme Court, Lindsay Mills, 10 TV News.